Can I just say how excited I am that you have made the decision to do the 21-day ultimate reset. The 21-day ultimate reset is a cleanse detox. It's something that I have always fallen back on for the last 7 years to bring myself back to center and get back on track. Because let's face it, we fall off track, things get in the way, life happens. Sometimes we just need a cleanse. Maybe we're suffering from brain fog and fatigue and just all of the toxins that are pretty much unavoidable in the air, in things that we put on our body, in things that we consume. So it's always a good idea to do a detox. When I do this cleanse, I always get amazing results, like results that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did this. So especially when I think about how it's not easy. Just gonna say it. This ultimate reset is not easy, but it is so worth it. The results that you're gonna get are gonna be hands down the best results you've ever gotten in 3 weeks, period. So let's talk about getting started. So in your complete kit, you got a program guide, you got a little cheat sheet, which is your schedule guide, you got a little bag, and you got all of your supplements, the Optimize, the Soothe, Revitalize, and your mineral salts, and you got your Power Greens. So let's just first talk about the meal plan, because to me, the meal plan is the most important and it's the hardest thing. It can be the hardest thing to be prepared and get on track. So that's why I'm happy that you're here watching this video so that you can get ready a couple of days ahead in advance before your start date. Which, by the way, it's suggested that you start the reset on a Wednesday because depending on your diet right now, are you consuming a lot of caffeine or alcohol, sugar? How far off course are you? So if you're way off course, by day 3, you're going to feel tired and you're going to feel fatigued. You might even have headaches because you've taken things out of your diet, right? You've taken away some of that caffeine, some of that sugar that your body's so used to getting. So that's why they suggest you start on a Wednesday so that you'll have the weekend to kind of recover, get back on board, and on Monday you're ready to just crush it. So when you take a look at the guidebook, there's 2 different meal plans that come with this. So when I first started the reset, like 7 or 8 years ago, we only had 1 meal plan. And as you can see in the book, make sure you go through this book too and really look through everything. The more prepared you are, the better results you're going to get. But in this book is the original meal plan, which is 21 days with different recipes. Like you might have the same food like twice throughout this cleanse. And I can tell you that it really introduced me to so many new recipes and foods that I had never had before, like jicama. I remember going to the grocery store like 7 years ago. It was at least 7 years ago, maybe longer, and asking for jicama. And the guy at Kroger was like, jicama, I don't know what you're talking to. And so there's actually a grocery shopping list that you can print out. And I had to point to him. I'm like, this, like jicama. And he was like, oh, you mean jicama? And I was like, oh, yes, jicama. That's what I meant. So it's going to introduce you to foods that maybe you typically don't eat or maybe you've never had, like tempeh. You're going to get used to making like these yummy salad dressings. There's even a recipe for sushi. Mine usually looks more like a burrito. I guess if I practiced it more, it'd probably get better. But there's like this yummy cashew zucchini squash soup that's really good. This root medley that's really good. So you're going to get introduced to a lot of different recipes, a lot of different foods that you're going to fall in love with. So make sure you look at that meal plan in advance. And if you choose to do that, you're going to want to print out that grocery shopping list so that you can get prepared and get ready. So more recently, they in the last couple of years, they came out with what's called the Reset in a Crunch. And I will honestly tell you that this has been my lifesaver. So the Reset in a Crunch is on page 111 in your book. And this basically gives you kind of a little bit of an easier meal plan to follow. So I don't want to discourage you from doing the other meal plan because I want you to try all of the recipes, all of the different things that there are in that book. But the last 2 times I've done the Reset, I've strictly followed the Reset in a Crunch. So it basically gives you 3 different options for breakfast, 3 different options for lunch, 3 different options for dinner. For phase 1, that's your first week. Phase 2 and phase 3, you only have 1 option for breakfast, but then you still have the 3 other options for the rest of your meals. And then there are snacks that you can have as well. But I think what I love about the Reset in a Crunch is because I've figured out what recipes I really like. There's this amazing salad. It's called a microgreen salad. It's on page 95. And it's basically all of these raw vegetables. I've kind of added in some of my own raw vegetables because let's face it, raw veggies are raw veggies. If they're green, they're good for you. So I will do okay, my video stopped. I don't know why. I will do arugula, tomato, alfalfa sprouts, pumpkin seeds. I don't know why my video keeps stopping. It's so weird. But you can choose between avocado or quinoa in that salad. I really don't know what's happening with my computer, but I think it's because I was processing another video. And so my computer is like, stop. So I think what I was saying was that in my salad, in my microgreen salad, I like to put in arugula, cucumber, red onion, alfalfa sprouts, pumpkin seeds. You can choose between avocado or quinoa. I typically just do oil and vinegar. I measure it out, put in some lemon juice. This mineral salt that they give you is awesome. And so I love that salad. So I pretty much have it every day. And I don't have a problem with that because I'm kind of that creature of habit where I like to eat the same foods every day for a while. So that is kind of why the Reset in a Crunch works for me. Because I still have that structure. I think that we all do need structure. I think that when we don't have structure in our meal plans, that's when we fall off. So I like the structure, and that's just what has worked for me. So you guys know what your day-to-day schedule looks like, your day-to-day routine looks like, meal prepping and all of that good stuff. So make sure you look over the book, and if you have any questions at all, reach out to me and let me know. So let's take a second and just go over the supplements. Now, okay, first of all, this little bag, you're going to want to put some of the supplements in the bag and put it in your purse because you're going to be out and about and you're going to be like, oh man, I forgot to take my supplements and they're at home. So you're going to want to make sure that you have this in your bag with 1 supplement of each, just in case. The Revitalize, I honestly keep it in my purse because it's a mineral salt and I put it on everything because it makes everything taste good. So you're going to want to keep those handy so that you can always be prepared. So this little bag is nice. I always throw in a couple packets of stevia, the Truvia, just so that I can have it because not everyone has Truvia or stevia. So I keep that in there as well, just so I can always be prepared and there's no excuse. So when you take a look at your scheduled guide, you're going to see phase 1. And there's really only 3 supplements that you're going to use for that. The Mineralize actually goes in your water. So they suggest you drink distilled water, or even Smart Water, the brand Smart Water, and then you're going to put this in your water. So it's going to put nutrients back in, but it's also going to start pulling stuff out. So I just buy a gallon of water. I know it's not sexy, it's not pretty, but that's what works for me. And then I know by the middle of the day how much water I've had and how much more water I have to start drinking because water is going to be so important over the next 21 days. So the first week, the way this is going to work is 30 minutes before you eat your breakfast, you're going to take 2 of the Optimize and 2 of the Oh, that's it. You're going to do mineralize and optimize. You're going to wait 30 minutes before you eat your breakfast. So I suggest you put an alarm on your phone, set the timer. Or typically when I take this is when I will start like making my breakfast or something like that, just to keep my mind busy. So I'm not like, oh, I gotta eat. So you're going to eat your breakfast. And then you're going to wait 2 hours, and then you're going to take Mineralize and the Optimize again. You're taking 2 capsules each. And again, that Mineralize is just in your water. Then you're going to wait 30 minutes. You're going to have your lunch. And then 2 hours later, same thing, only you're going to do the Power Greens packet. Power Greens, I suggest you get a small cup. Fill it up with super cold ice water, maybe like 6 ounces, and drink it as fast as you can. It's not bad. It's not to scare you, like this isn't that bad, but to me, why make more liquid than you have to drink? Because it's not like you're drinking dessert. I mean, it's okay, but it's not like oh, give me more of that. So then you're going to wait 30 minutes. You have an optional snack, and then you're going to wait 2 hours. You're going to have your dinner. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're going to wait 2 hours. You're going to do the Mineralize, the Optimize, and then at bed this time, you're going to take the Soothe. So you're basically having your Optimize 3 times a day. So that's a total of 6 capsules, 2, 2, and 2. And then the Soothe is just the last supplement combo, number 4. And then you're going to wait 30 minutes and have your dinner. And then week 2. Let's talk about week 2. This is when it gets really fun. Week 2 is the actual detox week. So the supplements pretty much all stay the same, except I don't have any more of the detox packets because I used them all. But it's going to be another packet like this, and it's going to be called Detox. This is by far the hardest part of the cleanse. It is more of a clay-like drink. Yes. They've sweetened it with stevia and have kind of given it a lemon flavor. So it's a million times better than what it was when the Reset first came out. Again, I suggest you get ice cold water, 6 to 8 ounces, stir it up really good, chug it in one drink, and flush it down with water. I can say that from experience. So the detox, you're actually going to be drinking 3 times a day. One other thing I want to add in, so this will be your second weekend. You'll be on the second weekend on this part of the cleanse. It is the hardest weekend for whatever reason. You're going to be like, you're like, I'm over this. I just want to go get a cheeseburger. I don't want to do this anymore. Don't cheat. You made it that far. Keep going. Don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on you. So just to give you that heads up, that's going to be the point where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Keep going. You know that's coming. So then that is really the only change in week 2 is you're adding in the detox. Week 3, the part that changes is you're adding in what's called Revitalize. So week 3, you'll be doing your mineral salt, Optimize, Revitalize, your Power Greens, and then in the evening combo 4, it's Optimize, Revitalize, and Soothe. The only other thing that I think I would mention is that there's a lot of questions about working out on the Reset. When the Reset first came out, they said no working. They want your body to totally just relax and reset and, truly rest. And then more recently, they've said, okay, you could do yoga. There's actually a yoga studio on Beachbody On Demand. Not sure if you guys are members or not, but definitely let me know if you want more information on that. There's a 14-day free trial. You can do power yoga. You can do light workouts. But you don't want to do anything strenuous because number one, you're not getting a lot of calories. So you're not going to have extra energy to spare. But also, we want your body to truly rest. Now, the last time I did this, I didn't work out. I think I worked out one time. I did a program called T25, which is a 25-minute workout. I did it one time. I didn't work out the rest. My body needed that time to rest and revitalize and recharge. And I still got awesome results. Okay, in addition to your guidebook, when you purchase the Ultimate Reset, there is going to be a portal on Beachbody On Demand that you can log into and access. So you had to have ordered through my website to get access to that. And then you can just go to beachbodyondemand.com, log in, and you're going to see the Ultimate Reset, and you'll be able to download the videos, additional resources to getting started. There's also an awesome Facebook group broken out by each phase that you can plug into as well, with additional support and tools and resources. There's some things that you can print out that are in your book. There's also some cheat sheets and things like that. And then you have me as your coach. So I'm going to be here for you every step of the way, as little or as much as you would like. So just reach out to me if you have any questions. Be an encourager, a supporter to the group. Share with us what your meals are. What was your favorite meal for the day? How are you feeling? All of that good stuff, because we're in this together. And every single one of us is going to be feeling probably pretty much the exact same feelings. So make sure you're getting rest. Get some Epsom salt. You're going to want to take some Epsom salt baths and just help your body even release even more toxins. That's what an Epsom salt bath does. It pulls out toxins out of your body. Keep your water. You can have green tea. I personally have had my coffee. The suggestion is 1 cup of black coffee with stevia in the morning. This was my only cheat this last time. I had a little bit more than 1 cup of coffee a day. Probably more like 4. But you got to choose. You know, if you choose to cheat just a little bit, you're going to cheat on your results just a little bit. So if it's something that you just like, I can't do without it, try without it. Try to drink black coffee. Try to just add in your stevia. And then if you're like, oh my gosh, by like week and a half, you're like, I just can't do this anymore, have another cup of coffee. Have a cup of hot green tea, something to tide you over. I hope this was helpful, guys. I am so excited. Make sure you take your before photos. I know the thought of it makes you cringe. It does me every single time. You're going to want to take your measurements and write them down into your journal or a note on your phone, whatever, so that you have them. Because a lot of times the scale may not move, but those inches that you see gone, you're going to be like, yes. When you put those side-by-side pictures, you don't ever have to share them with anyone, but at least you will have them. And who knows, people may be so inspired by your story, you're going to want to share that and maybe even earn additional income and help other people as well. So thanks so much, guys. I look forward to hearing from you soon.